We am live.
Is there a crane that I can use on this game? Because I own a crane now and I want one in my game.
Probably.
Yeah, third party deal,
Do I
probably.
do I know that right off? Do I know that right offhand? No, but you could probably find one.
I got a crane on a boat, damn it. I want a boat crane in my sim game.
A boat crane.
I do. I have a boat crane. I have a carry deck crane pontoon.
And a floating welder. Hey, well, I don't know. That wouldn't really work, but have you tried to like stick the electrodes in the water and see if you could go fishing that way?
No.
I don't know if that'd work.
There's some science to that, I do believe. But no, I haven't. And actually, I run around with, I've got a cheap ass, it's a 220, but it's a Harbor Freight little MiG because I didn't want the stingers hot until I'm trying to weld so I don't electrocute myself.
Yeah. Well,
Figured
what
less
are you
open
using? What are you
voltage.
using for power source? I mean, what kind of generator, or is it a self-contained thing, or?
I've got a camper type generator.
Okay.
And it works fine. Like I said, and then I take and still downloading. Okay. But then I take, I've got a big ass set of jumper cables and I bond the generator to the boat and the boat to the dock electrical group. And then it's bonded back to grid and has its own ground system.
Well, that was the other part, is just, making sure you got a good ground so the dang thing would even weld.
Yeah, I still get zapped a lot. But like I said, I'm in the DC realm welding, so when I get bit, I get DC bit, and it just makes you jump and cuss. It doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't sit there and vibrate you. AC current,
Yeah, nothing permanent anyway.
Until you're like 80, and then you're just a parky, right? No.
Okay, so it's downloaded. Click to install.
Don't do that. Just what you need to do now is copy it from your download file. I don't.
Oh,
you didn't. You didn't click to install, did you, John?
I can't remember.
That's not what I normally do when I do third-party downloads.
I was gonna say, I think it just had to go into the mods folder, and then it's just like,
where do I put it?
Okay, so now you need to go into your game folders and find Farm Sim.
For all my two viewers out there right now, this has got to be riveting to listen to two people explain how to install a mod in a live tutorial.
Well, we could make it a live tutorial because I'm fucking retarded and I don't know. Oh, here it is.
So you found your game mod, your games folder?
Oh no, I clicked on the shortcut. Now it's gonna fucking open.
No, just copy it.
Where do I copy it to? Where's my games folder? Let me ask you that.
It's on your C drive.
It should be like,
oh, right, wrong button.
Sort of like my in like your documents or something, but and there will be a games folder. Just, I think you could just search.
I'll try and search games.
I think that's the folder. I'd have to alt tab out and look at mine. Well, mine's different because I put mine on my large hard drive, my vault, I guess you. So I guess.
What'd you say, Derek?
I can't find it. I've got this recent download and it's zipped.
That's fine.
Yeah, you just leave it zipped.
You leave it zipped.
Right, now where do I put it?
It's
there's Farm Sim.
Mine says
okay, I got it.
You found it? Farm Sim mod, and then go to mods.
Let me copy it. Where do I copy? All right, where was Farmstead? Well, of course, there's no fucking paste function.
Control
Open you fucking
Control
twit.
V.
Oh no, that opens the game.
Control V. Always
Yeah,
control.
try that.
You what?
No, that still shows it.
Whoever's
No,
out
I
there
can just keep
watching, why don't you
finding the
hop in the
fucking.
chat and see if you can, and tell me how the audio sounds. Asking the viewers.
Where's the actual program? All I'm finding is the link.
It says you go into Windows Explorer and it's under your C drive. It might say this PC. Because my file link goes this PC documents my games Farm Sim 20.
I have
a minute.
desktop
Let me
downloads,
alt
documents,
tab out.
pictures, music,
Let me
videos.
I'll tab out. Let me take a screenshot here. Throw it in the Discord.
I don't know how to work that fucking either.
Well, it'll just be a picture.
Hey, so
you
go
can look
to
on your phone.
click on documents. Did you click on documents?
Oh, my games is in there.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's
there we
where it
go.
goes.
Yeah, there you go. Now you're getting there. Go to my games and then go to Farm Sim Simulator 2022.
I clicked paste.
Well,
No,
you
not
need it
yet.
in the mods folder.
We need it in one more. We need to go one more folder.
Mods folder.
Yes.
Hang on.
And it'll
Paste it in
yours.
there.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Did you see it?
Green Valley, Nebraska, 4X, blah blah blah, compressed, zipped. Good enough.
Throw it in
Yep.
the mods
And then
folder.
now just get into the game.
Okay.
Yeah, go
It was
It,
a lot of
it,
fucking work.
well, it is for a third-party mod, but it's worth it.
I mean, if you like games, I suppose.
Okay, hey, Furworks, thanks for getting in. Yeah, I'm a little farther away from my microphone. I got to get a microphone boom arm, and then I'll be a little louder. Am I sounding too good? Good enough for you guys? Obviously.
I mean, I hear you on the phone just fine.
Okay.
I haven't turned the PC sound on yet.
Yeah, you sound fine, and I have no echoes, so we're good.
Okay. Yeah, I am running a noise gate too, so that might affect a little. I'm not right in front of my mic. I'm a bit farther away. How's that sound, Furworks?
Good to me.
I got one of my longtime viewers, subscribers over here.
Ah, you mean there's
I contacted
somebody
him on
besides
Discord.
the two of us that wants to listen to you?
He's kind of a good old boy like us. Messes around with junk and woodworker.
But he can't be right if he listens to you on purpose.
Yeah.
Mm.
Only he's
do
way
I
more
need this Premiere pack? It wants me to download a Premiere pack. Do I need that?
No.
Okay. So we'll just cruise on into multiplayer.
Yep. I don't know, Chris, you got the tractor for him? I'm in that field I started on the last time we were.
Yeah, I'm in. No, we
week.
don't because
Hey, I'll do real life. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
We don't because I gotta finish this contract before we can get him a tractor.
Oh, okay. Well, there's a pickup you can go driving around in. I know that. I was doing that. But anyway, Derek, if you're in or getting there, tell me more about the welder.
He's still got a little bit left because he's got to get all the other mods.
Oh, okay.
Now.
Well, tell me about the welder and the barge.
What do I gotta do then? I'm trying to join your multiplayer. Do I need to do other shit?
Just try and join, and it'll tell you you can't, and it'll give you a list of mods that you need to get downloaded, and those are all on the mod hub. So you've done that before.
It'll automatically get those.
It's not letting me do anything.
What do you mean it's not letting you do anything?
Well, if I click on, are you Skull Crusher, Green Valley, Nebraska 4X 204?
Yes. Yep.
And then I click on start. and hit enter. Nothing happens.
It's because you don't have the mods downloaded.
Well, it should give you a link like go to mods or something, or
Yeah, it'll say you need these mods.
and it'll take you to exactly the mods you need. It'll
Yep,
say,
exact.
and then you check.
Okay, so I clicked on start and nothing happened. So how do I get to the mods thing?
Well, it should be down below or something.
It should be on that line somewhere.
Oh wait, a new thing popped up.
There it is, probably.
Green Valley platform, allow crossplay English, no password, 204.
It almost sounds like you're trying to create a group. You need to join a game.
Okay, so it says not all mods are on your system, but can be downloaded from Mod Hub, and then there's like 20 of them.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, here we go. Download mods DLC.
Yep.
Downloading.
just
Oh, 13. Okay.
Yeah, just check download all or whatever. Make sure
You know what? It won't take you that long to download them.
No, they're quick.
Yep.
And you got that good internet over there.
How do I know it's? Oh, it's going. Okay, there it goes.
You got that really good internet.
This is the only game I play. I know nothing.
Well, this is the only game I play too, and it's all because of you guys.
Well, okay, hold on, John. I look at my computer to do this and buy shit on Amazon. And that pretty much covers it. And in fact, I make the wife buy me shit on Amazon because I fucking hate shopping.
Well,
Like,
Amazon is a little painful for
skills
certain things.
Oh, I just have it fucking stresses me trying to find shit.
God, you're such a
Look,
boomer.
That's the attention deficit.
And you're younger than me.
You.
Uh,
Well, I don't look at screens, and when I do, I see a picture and not items, and I don't know what's what.
sort of. Like once you get in here, Derek, you'll see this. Not sure if it looks totally Nebraska, but good enough. Too many, too big hills.
Well, and we already own the whiskey factory. I got this set up. We're just doing contracts now because we had no money. We started with like 30,000, and we've been doing contracts, and we're up to like 200,000 now.
Yeah, there we go. What is Big Bud? It's a big fucking tractor.
It's a tractor. Well, I mean, it's a
It-
tractor from the late 70s. It's kind of a custom built out of like a Steiger. I forget what
I say it looks a little staggered.
Well, it is. It's based off a Steiger, but it has one or two 12 V8s, Detroit, 12-cylinder Detroits in them. So, like what's in our semis and such back home, which are the 8V92s, this here 12V92 in there.
Well, they're tugboat engines.
Yeah, which are Detroit, which Detroit's really known for those. But anyway, they're the same engine as in like our Red Truck and our Kenworth, only V12s, not instead of V8s. They sound
Will
like
this do something when it's done? Because it looks like it's done and nothing happens.
well, it should.
Well, you probably have to come back in and
go out
try
and come
and
back
join
in,
the
and
game
the start
again.
should let you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
well done.
You what?
There it's going.
Okay.
Okay. There he is.
Oh, yep. See, up in. These fields are huge.
Yeah.
We will need big buds, and when we start doing
Yeah.
actual tillage work.
Well, and one of these days, hopefully, we'll play the map that the Big Buds came in with, Welker's Farm. Yeah.
Dude,
I
they
think-
have big farms in Northwest Missouri.
Yeah.
Remember when I lived up there? I went to Rulo one time as we're crossing, going down the highway. I see this disc and a tractor way out in the field, and I'm like, damn, that's a tiny fucking tractor in that big old field. And when I come back, he was up by the road, and it was one of them big deers on tracks with a giant fucking disc. At which point I remembered that's 2 miles to the back of that field that I was looking at.
I remember seeing a
Made it
big
look
bud
tiny
at
out there.
Husker Harvest days back in the.
I was thinking about taking off and going to Husker Harvest Days this year.
I went to the state fair because, figured the kids would like it, and then the DeWalt sale's always on.
Did you have any special food there? Because I always like hearing about that stuff.
About what?
Any special foods? Anything that was fried on a stick for you?
Oh, I ate a turkey leg while I was rolling around. But that was about it. Nothing crazy.
Oh.
W. Oh, there we go. Gotta learn how to do this shit again.
But like I said, I'm almost done with this field, and then we'll get you a tractor. If you want one. I don't even know what's left.
Shit again. I've walked up to a front end loader here.
Oh, so you're at the dealership there. Well, I'm just down the road from there. Oh yeah, and there's a Casey's if you want to go grab a slice of pizza. We were doing that last time.
Yeah.
No, I'm serious. There's a Casey's down the road.
I don't have a remote, so I got to learn to walk around again.
Well, that's fine. Take to your time. There's no more contracts, so when John and I get these done,
this field's gonna take me.
I can get you a tractor though. I can get you a tractor and stuff, and you could help us too if you want.
It don't matter. Whatever.
If you flip around, there's 2 pickups, and I parked one of them right by the whiskey factory.
I'm over by our farm, the field. Just
yeah.
Let's see, south of our.
Is there a map? How do I do that?
Yep.
How do I get a
start? Hit start.
9. I don't have a remote. I have a keyboard.
Oh well, then good luck. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it.
All right. Okay, so
I'm not gonna be any help with the keyboard.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't show me on my cheat sheet.
Am I in field 11? Yes, I am in field 11. All right, I need to get. Oh, you know what? You need to figure out how to get into start, because first you need to join our farm.
Oh yeah, well he was in. I saw it pop in because it said synchronizing with.
He's on the map. He's not on our farm.
Oh, okay. See, I'm still learning that.
Well, you haven't had to deal with it because.
Well, no, wait a minute. I see
it. You haven't had to deal with it because you only do it once, and that's the very first time that you jump on the map.
Well, I thought I saw.
Fuck's sake.
Well, wait a minute. I see one. Somebody's on the road, and then somebody's at the dealership, or.
That's me. I've joined.
Yeah, you can see him, but he's not. He's on the map.
I've joined. I'm here.
Now he is. Yes.
Oh,
okay. So now
we were discussing it. I joined, and now I'm here.
Well, because I have to set permissions.
Fucked up controls.
You what?
I got to invert Y. I'm old.
You need to buy
Yeah,
one of
fuck
these
it.
$10 phony Xbox style controllers.
Yeah, they're only like
They're like
$10 to
$10. Or,
$14.
well, maybe 14.
Hey,
Actually 14.
have your wife get one on Amazon. That's where I got mine.
Yeah.
Well, and I'd still have to figure out how to fucking invert Y.
I think I'm coming right at you.
Yeah. And he
Oh,
has
wait.
traffic turn.
Yep. Traffic got smarter, so I'm gonna run him over.
I see. I just see your little arrows spinning around on my little mini map.
How did I make the map happen?
Well, you joined the farm, so you just
9 was
it's
the map. There we go.
there you go.
Well, there should be
Trying
little
to figure out how to make the
shortcuts.
map go.
Like it should say up in the left-hand corner some short, like what keys do what.
Yep.
Mhm.
Like I'm still getting used to the
It gives you a couple.
RB button combos.
Yeah, that shit's fucked up. And then, like, I have a hard time remembering what button's what. Because, I can't remember shit. So,
Okay, now do you want a tractor? You can come over and help us. I can get you a tractor.
oh, whatever's good.
All right, I'll get you.
This was more about chilling with y'all. So,
Yeah.
fucking
Why don't
whatever.
you, it's at the shop. You'll just have to grab it and come around the corner. Really, John? This is the
Is that the
last.
New Holland?
This is the last mod or this is the last contract we have, and then once we get this finished, we can speed up time. What'd you say, Derek?
I said, is it a New Holland?
I didn't look to see what I got. It could be. Yes, it is a New Holland. I just saw it. I just saw it on my stream. It's a little delayed. My stream's a little delayed,
yeah,
but
there's always in
this
about a
case,
10
it was a
second.
good thing.
Yeah, about a 10-second delay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of New Holland, made me think of John Deere, and I heard this on Linus Tech Tips. That's like a tech channel YouTuber guy I've been years. He does his own podcast thing, vidcast, whatever, called the WAN Show. Anyway, he uploads clips. I don't ever get to listen to the whole thing, but they break it out into clips and little bite-sized chunks. And there was a they were talking about John Deere and of course the right to repair deal, but because John Deere pulled if I can get this right, might be slightly inaccurate, but pulled users user access to firmware updates for tractors and combines and stuff. And this I hate to use the word hacker because that's not what it is, but some guy basically hacked it, broke it, whatever, broke their OS, and so you can play, well, mainly to make a point, but so you can play Doom on your tractor or combines, touchscreen interface deal, on Deere's own software platform or whatever, and I guess prove a point like, hey, look, you have major like vulnerabilities and bugs and stuff, and you're not letting your customers be able to update, do patches and all this stuff, and well, forced them to then they opened it up so you update your.
Well, I also heard they got sued by.
Well, that
they
might
were
be
getting
part of this
sued,
story that talking
and
about.
they were losing pretty badly.
Well, and that might be part of this story. Like I said, I'm only hearing. I just heard this blurb. Like I said, it's about a 5-minute segment they did on their show. Because again, they talk about Apple's the other one that think about, but actually, this tech YouTuber Linus, he moved into a new house, and it's been a series of videos of all the renovation and tech upgrades and all this stuff. So that's the point. But anyway, he bought, this is like a 5,000 square foot house or whatever he moved into and is renovating. And of course, he bought like over 100 switches, like smart switches. And he found out that they weren't all running the same firmware, and then that to update them, it wasn't just like you could use like Google Home or whatever, an open source type. That's what he uses for all his other home automation. It doesn't play well with that. Well, it doesn't update via that where any other like smart home thingy will. You have to buy their little hub, and then even then, you can't go to their website and download the firmware updates to update switches that need it. And he publicly, vocally was, look, this is not good because I can't make them work the way they're designed to even work because of they're not all on the same firmware,
Yeah.
But he bought them at the same time, and then the way you got to do it, and he called the customer service, and he was on for hours and hours over multiple days trying things, and he's got smart dudes that work for him too. He tried all these different kind of hacks and going to Google and things, and wouldn't really work. And then the company, people started hounding him on Twitter and on other ways, and then they changed their policy and made their firmware available on the web. So this is kind of like a pattern we're seeing with just things. And,
Yeah.
Cars are like that too, or subscription things, Mercedes, if you want your heated seats, be able to use your heated seats, you got to buy a subscription.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, that's nonsense.
And they were
I'm pretty much.
craziest.
Well, what? Okay, so the world stops at the end of the map. That's cool.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
I've decided to go. I'm just going to drive antique shit from now on, and then I don't have to deal with that.
Well, until they basically hamstring the aftermarket, can't get the fair shit.
Yeah, you gotta be able to buy
Hopefully
parts.
it lasts till we're
They'll fuck
dead,
you on the
but
parts.
I
That's
don't
what
know.
they'll do.
It looks like we're playing the Atari version of Tanks, except for I'm really zoomed out.
Oh, I know. That's what I thought on the mini map. Yes. Yes.
I'm
looks like
I'm in
combat.
the one in the start map, and it looks like we're playing. It looks like we're playing Tanks on Atari.
Yeah, combat. Oh, hey, Fireworks. Oh, I'm cutting out. Well, that could be my internet connection. Something like that. I was getting a little.
Okay, so I interrupted you, Derek, on this welder thing that John was asking.
Let's get back to the welder deal because that's more. And then I got a thing. I shared it in our text group, but we'll talk about that later.
What welder thing? What were we talking about?
We were talking about your welder. I want to know about your welding barge and how you got it all hooked up. And you're getting zapped and all that, and how you make it work. Getting good enough ground to make it.
Oh, so I take on to the docks when I go welding around the lake. I've got a Harbor Freight 220. I've got the smallest 220 wire feed that Harbor Freight sells, basically. Because I figure when it goes in the lake, I want to lose a $200 welder, not a $1,000 welder.
Unless you find some, used Hobart or Link.
Right, but that those little knockoff flux cores will stitch angle iron together absolutely beautifully.
Sure. I mean, I've used.
Yeah, it's and again, when I'm welding on docks, it's 1.5-inch angle iron and 2-inch tubing, and it's all 1/8 inch or less. Like it's not hard. You don't need a lot of welder. You don't need a ton of skill. It's farm welding.
Yeah.
Stitch some shit together, you know. And so I carry a cheap fucking welder because I figure at some point it's going in the water, and I don't want to lose a good quality tool.
Or it's just gonna corrode just from.
Right, or the moisture and the humidity is gonna fuck it up, and it's I really feel like the knockoff's gonna last 2 years, and so's the Hobart or the Miller,
Yeah, probably.
or the expensive shit, because like you said, it's in the water, it's wet, it's humid, blah blah blah. So I've got that, and then I've got a friend of mine retired. He was a traveling construction person. And so he had a really nice 220 generator set up for his camper that he traveled with.
Okay.
And then when he retired, he
That's what I
let
was
me
wondering.
have it.
220, how many amp or watt and amp?
It's a 220 50 amp.
Okay.
It's a pretty substantial.
What engine?
It's
I'm
not
just
a
curious.
generator welder,
What engine?
but it's just missing the welder part.
Okay.
You know.
Well, what engine? What engine's
Oh,
required to run something like that? I guess. How?
It's got some covers on it, so I've not dug, but it's gotta be a 20 horse Kohler in there or something pretty fucking similar. It's just ran the whole time I've had it. I changed the oil and drove it. I don't know anything about it yet because I've not needed to know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't know what year my shit is until I work on it.
Yeah. Well, it's just like my joke, your car battery. You can lay the battery cables in the general direction of the battery, and they'll connect for it. I have to clean them and cramp them on, and it's got to be a perfect day out and everything. Lightest amount of corrosion on there, and the car won't.
I love telling people about you're crying about this all the time.
It's a running joke. It's a running joke in our house. Katie even will say it says, "Oh yeah, I can't get a bolt." Again, Derek can just look at it and it jumps out of there.
Well, you know what? I got skill for days, bitch. I don't know what your deal is.
No,
I was telling the wife the other day. So here, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna throw you a bone right now if you're down for a story. If you're down for a carburetor story, I'm gonna throw you a bone.
Okay.
So I've inherited the father-in-law's motorcycle.
Okay. Well, that's why you're asking me about tires.
Yeah, that's why. So the story is 2004. The tags expired in 5. So memory serves, it was 4. He got injured.
Yeah.
Fucked up a hip. Can't ride it no more. Of course, he didn't know this when he parked it. So he drove it in the shop, not shop, but carport thing, and parked it and got hurt days later. Blah blah blah. Here we are, 2022. It's not moved.
Yeah, put up wet. Yeah.
Yeah, put up wet, but inside, out of the sun, and also central Nebraska where it's super fucking dry.
Yeah.
So I had one stuck slide, one stuck float, and the short version is I think I've got one stuck idle passage.
Yeah.
It starts, it runs. I've drove it. It just idles on one cylinder and kind of pops. But also, it's set from 2005. I didn't change the oil, man. We took it apart, unstuck all the shit, and it got parked in 4 because it wouldn't start because the clutch cylinder went bad and it wouldn't defeat the clutch switch because it didn't make pressure.
Oh, it was on. I know what you're talking. Yeah.
Yeah. The safety wouldn't work because the master cylinder had failed.
Yeah.
And so he stopped riding it till he got to get it fixed. And then, like I said, he managed to get himself hurt and he got run over by a cow or bull or whatever and got fucking laid up in the meantime. And, of course, it's the father-in-law, so he's old.
Yeah.
And then it sat forever. And so, yeah, I poured a can of cleaner in it and some fresh gas. I pulled the drains. I got the one float to work. I fussed with the other one. And I was so hoping it'd just clean up and get over it because I was going to call you and make fun of you forever. But I'm going to have to fucking take it apart and fix it, I think.
Well,
It's been like 30 miles and it's been getting steadily better, but it's not quite over it.
well,
And it's been like 38, 40 miles, something like that.
well, now I'll tell you the reverse of this because, okay, got the rental property and everything. So, I do the landscape and stuff, and it's not great lawn and stuff just because shitty ground, whatever. So I don't use my good mower that I use at the house. Here I have basically a weed mower, but and
I know how you feel. I got a set of blades for that.
But anyway, my old weed mower, which was my prior good mower, had for like 10 years, whatever, and just it was the cheapest MTD that you could get at like Menards or whatever, and really there wasn't really anything super wrong with it other than just plastic engine cover, plastic gas tank, plastic airbox. The plastic just started crumbling. Okay, and it's like, oh yeah, I could go on eBay and get an airbox, get a this, get a that, and it's like, why? I mean, it was starting to blow.
They're $200. Buy one, you don't
exactly.
Fuck with
it wasn't worth screwing with. Oh, when in the discharge, I plastic discharge flapper thingy, broke off, and years ago when I just cut up an old mud flap and made it
right,
that, and just riveted it on there, and
I'll tell you, it's been, I want to say 3 or 4 years now. Let's say 3. We went to buy a push mower because we fenced in the upper yard, and there's just not good options for push mowers anymore.
No, there isn't.
The only decent looking thing had a cast aluminum deck, but it was paper thin.
Wow, an actual like cast deck. I mean,
right.
We have some
but it was a cast. I forget who made it now. It's been a little bit. But it was a cast deck. It was pretty good. It was pretty solid. But then, like where the handles mounted and the back tires and all that shit at the back of the deck, it was all plastic.
Right.
Like shitty looking.
Yeah, and
and I will say, when I went to all the stores, that was the only one I pushed down on the handle. The thing didn't bend in the middle of the mower part.
Right, you couldn't twist it and all. Well, my thing is I always bought and like to buy high wheel or high wheel or
big wheel. The big back tires.
Oh,
they roll around easy.
Yeah, exactly. We just always use them for they roll around easy and stuff. I just wouldn't really. And they do technically make them, but plastic, and then the area that the wheels go to is plastic, and then that's bolted or riveted to the deck and such, and it's like, come on. So anyway, so I found
if you mow any more than your yard in your house, it ain't worth fuck.
Well, I mean that. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. I mean, I guess I could spend like $600 on like some commercial Toro and whatnot, and heavy ass thing, and I don't need that. I'm not mowing a golf course.
So the rest of the story, speaking of the $600 commercial mower, so we walk into Orscheln's, right?
Yeah.
And they've got their smallest, I'm going to call it a walk behind. It's somewhere between a walk behind commercial mower and a push mower. But it's got 2 blades, it's got a belt, but they're little bitty blades. It's a push mower, as in you push it. It doesn't have reverse, so it's not a walk behind. But it's got that effortless drive or whatever they call it, where it works real good. And it's just a little bit wider than a regular push mower, but it's got crazy wheels in the front, good drives in the back. It's got a bagger, a mulcher, got a blade clutch. You can leave it run, starter. This is the smallest of the commercial walkers, And it was 2 years old on clearance for fucking $600 versus 13 new.
Right.
And so we bought it. All right. So I get it home. They didn't have the key for it, for the starter part. the starter part takes a key. You can rope it without, and then it's just got a button.
Yeah.
But you have to have the starter for key. The key's like $3. They ordered me one. Like it'll come in the mail.
Yeah, we had one on the
Okay,
farm like
no
that.
big deal. Right. So I get it home though, right? And I don't have the electric start thing. I grab the rope and pull, and it won't turn. I'm like, oh no, this thing's set so long, it's fucking stuck. So I let off, and I kind of tug again, and it lets go. I give it that pulled it the second time, and it was running. It's been happy ever since. So that worked out.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
But-
my story.
Yeah, they
goes-
don't make fucking mowers no more.
No, they don't. Well, my story about the weed mower that.
Oh yeah,
replaced-
we wandered off.
Yeah. Well,
I do that.
as Katie would say, we need to grab the road trip and snacks. We're going down memory lane,
What'd you make us for tonight?
That's a great saying.
But anyway, this goes back to the carburetor deal, and I found, and actually it was my friend had this, and it came with his house when he bought his house, because he bought his house just a little bit before me, like a year or two, and it was with the house, and it's not wasn't a good mower when it was new. It was a cheap mower when new. It's a Murray, but it was an old,
All right.
but an old one, so it had the good Briggs flathead on it, and a heavy for the time. Light duty for the
Right.
time.
It was
heavy,
still built out of real
yeah,
things.
heavy compared to today's stamp deal decks, such. But anyway, it had crap in the gas tank. I opened it up, and it was dry, like it evaporated, but there was little chunks of things and whatever. And I was like, geez, I don't really want to take this off. I need to mow today. I'm just like, F it, and like I didn't know if it ran. Like he's like, well, I don't know, I haven't used it. It's a push deal, and he has a bigger yard, and he bought a self-propelled thing, and whatever. So he'd never used it, so I had no idea. So me, and normally I wouldn't just put gas in and give it a try, but I'm like, F it, I'm gonna do it. Put it in there, and by golly, it happened to be good enough. And I never get that lucky. I never get that lucky that I can just put gas in it. And even when I put gas in it, there's crap floating around. I've been running around with the stuff floating around, and so far it hasn't sucked it up into the main jet. So I guess I'm.
Now that's the thing I've been trying to tell you for fucking 20 years. That shit'll just float around in the tank. It ain't hurt nothing. It'll stay in the tank.
See, my OCD or whatever just knows it's floating
between
around.
the tank and the carburetor that's there to catch that shit. That's what it's for.
Well, I don't know. To me, it's like I can see it's like those Mucinex commercials. It's like it looks like those little guys who just, I'm gonna run myself up here and just wedge myself up into the jet here. Then he'll be something, I swear.
Well, so that happened to me, and I'm gonna have to take apart a carburetor. But you know what? I got lucky, and now I only have to take apart one, not two.
Yeah.
See, what you have is lack of trying. That's the only reason I've gotten better at it all these years is I try every single time to see if it's going to work. And you're like, nah, it's been set and I got to fucking clean it.
Yeah, why not? Well, my whole deal is like, I'm going to end up taking this apart anyway, so I might as well just do it now. That's where I come from. I just want to skip all that trying and just...
No, see, the trying's the part where you drink a little whiskey and you get your teenager out in the shop with you and make him fucking do it. That's how the motorcycle happened, by the way.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was like, I don't really know if I want to bike anymore. And then the father-in-law's like, so you mind, blah, blah, blah. I've been bugging him for fucking 10 years to buy it, by the way.
Yeah.
I finally give up, and now I have it. Because I live down here in fucking sketchy road hillbilly land. I don't know about a cruiser.
Yeah, no.
I guess. I mean, the back pavement, the pavements are good. So,
but getting there,
it'll be all right.
Place.
Oh, and actually, now that I bought a road grader and I live here and I maintain the road, the fucking road from my house to the highway is pretty fucking tight. Everybody else in the neighborhood sucks, but they don't own a road grader. I guess that's their problem. They can buy me some fuel if they want their road nice.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, getting back to the motorcycle carburetors, all that jazz. And I told Chris about this, but there's a channel I recently stumbled onto, and Katie watches it too, called Junkyard Digs, and we were watching it. How I stumbled onto it is like their series is "Can We Farm with Abandoned Farm Equipment?" And it's just like what you think.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
That seems right up on my alley.
Well, yeah, but we started watching it. There's two guys, then one of them's wife, girlfriend, whatever. Was she seems a little feral, kind of. Let's just put it that way.
Seems a little what?
Feral. I mean.
Oh, feral. Gotcha.
Yeah. But anyway,
I thought you said narrow, and I'm like, wait,
no,
that doesn't make sense.
Little feral. She's like
raised by wolves. Gotcha.
Yeah. And they're
I live in Sunnyvale. I understand.
They're somewhere around Ames, Iowa, actually. But anyway, we're watching this.
I know people from there.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we're watching this, and Katie's entertained by it for one thing, because it's like if we did roadkill if we didn't know what roadkill was, kind of thing. But anyway,
we should do boat kill.
She was like, she's like, this seems like this is hitting a little too close to home, isn't it? I'm like, yeah. It's yeah, well, I can't even describe it. You gotta watch one of their latest ones. It's a fairly short video. These abandoned farm equipment ones can be
do me a solid. Text me a link so I can remember.
I'll text it in the group, but or I can put it in Discord thing, and then you can just watch it on your phone. Click through Discord.
Not Discord. I don't know how to work Discord.
Except for you're using it right now, but whatever. Anyhow, I mean,
I know enough to do this. This is it.
Well, the latest video, which was he got this. I mean, it's a Honda moped going that he broke the front end off of it or ruined the front wheel or something, whatever. But in high school, he welded the front end of a riding lawnmower, like an old rear engine, like snapper or whatever, and then hook the handlebars up to the steering shaft, so you just steer like that, and you have the rear wheel. So a very very much redneck, Can-Am Spider, if you even want to go that far. Didn't handle worth a damn, so he made like training wheels on the back, so it would fall over the minute you tried to turn. And he's like, well, we're gonna see if we're gonna get this running, and he kicks it a couple times, and they put some gas in it, and he's like, and it just starts running. He's like, oh shit, I didn't realize. I didn't think that was actually just gonna work. I was just saying that's how I got it running when I was like 13 or whatever. I sat there and kicked it. He's like, I sat there and kicked it for 8 hours until it started running. Whatever. But I mean, it's put together. Well, worse. I would say worse than your go-kart. A lot worse. That's just your go-kart was fairly competent. But
oh wait, which go-kart?
The one that was made out of the CB350.
That was a fairly well-made thing, actually.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So, like 3 times worse than that. Okay.
Worse. Okay, yeah.
Worse.
Yeah. See, that thing, I got to give those guys some props. I mean, it was relatively well put together, considering it was made out of basically nothing.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
we known a
all the
bit...
shit they did worked. There was just some stuff they could have also done.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Hey, Chris, you want to check this map we're both on? See how good if we got good enough coverage? Because I think I'm.
Yeah, we do. We're getting there done.
Because I'm down about 22% on my fertilizer. I haven't checked the map. We got just a couple strips left to go.
I'm stuck in a tree somewhere, so.
I forget how to get into that. Well, I guess I do remember.
No, I've been watching it. It's funny. So I posted my. I didn't post a farm pic. I posted my startup screen, but I put we were streaming. They delete the admin deleted my post.
Yeah, I mean, they don't mind some self promo, but it might have been a little. I mean, I posted, "Hey, we're going," and they probably delete. I mean, I don't do it every time because I kind of like that group. Want to spoil it a little bit, but a few people we've had jumped in.
Oh, I look at that group. I was just like,
I mean, I don't comment or post a lot, but I just mostly just to see somebody posts a new unique mod that tractor or something I'd like.
yeah.
I don't follow it that closely.
Mm.
Build that community.
Yeah.
And also, if I ever had questions, I'll might as well goodwill in a group that. Yeah, well, I'll send it in that text. I'll text it in our texting group.
It looks like Derek, you really do need to check out that channel. So I was on YouTube while I was going down the field, thanks to GPS. Anyways, they have something that you might be interested in because they have like an old jet boat.
Oh
or
yeah,
jet.
that's a recent one. It's like an hour-long episode. I'm only about 10 minutes in. It's already really good. Yes, it's an old, not a jet boat, but it's a got a.
Oh, do you want to hear a boat story?
Well, hold on. Let me tell you this. This is
Drove
like
it twice now.
this is like a older than what you got, and then I don't know what engine on there, but anyway,
Mine's a 74.
They do boat stuff. So
Oh, I'm down for boat stuff. Boat stuff's my thing.
hell, it might be even like a.
What year boat stuff are they
Well,
doing? Because into the 60s, like, boats weren't fun.
well, this one's like. I'd have to go back to the video now. I can't remember. Isn't it like not wood, but it looks like it kind of thing. I mean, it's not like a sparkly, mid 70s
Well,
thing.
okay, hold on. I mouth off there, but in all reality, boats were fast before cars were fast, like back in the 20s and 30s.
Oh yeah.
In the early days of cars, we figured out how to make boats do 70 mile an hour before we did cars. And then we figured out how to make horsepower, and then nobody gave a fuck about boats anymore.
Yeah.
That's what happened, I think. But, whatever. Anyway, so is there a point to your boat story here? I mean, I can tell you my.
You need to watch. You need to watch this channel.
Yeah,
I mean, you'll get
the
sucked
point
in.
was that you need to watch this channel. Apparently.
All right. Well, send me a link because I've rolled my tractor.
Okay.
So-
Well, here I will fix this.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you
my
upset the
tractor's
tractor.
on its ass.
Hang on.
I'll fix this right now. I'll even the one I'm sharing is going to be the one with the boat story. So
Oh, I like Finnegan's boat.
yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't watched.
I
Finnegan
kind of stopped watching him so much. Just I got caught up on him, and I was like, I don't find his channel's a little bit boring to
It's a
me
little
compared
more
to
dry.
like
It's a little drier.
yeah.
He
I
needs,
do like some of
he
the
needs
stuff
watch
he does,
anything
but-
else.
yeah,
Just
he
watched
needs
him play with
Freiburger
it.
to play off of.
Exactly. Although I really like Cotton. I think he's funny.
Who are we talking about?
Cotton.
For Moonshiners?
No, from Finnegan's Garage.
Who?
Cotton.
from Roadkill.
He's up. Yeah, no, he's in Roadkill episodes too, but he started on Finnegan's Garage.
Oh,
I don't know who you're
Cotton,
talking about.
Finnegan's Garage. Finnegan is from Roadkill.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I-
he
I-
has a friend that joins him from time to time, and his name is Cotton.
I've not seen Cotton. There's
Well-
Dulcet that he runs around with all the time. I think I've seen his
No,
kids
that's
use it, but
That's
no
Freiberger.
Dulcet's Freiberger's friend, not Finnegan's.
not a weed. Okay, well,
Probably about covered
Anyway,
on this field now. Once I get
I don't
to
know.
the-
I don't know what you're talking about.
check it out. Then what do we? Well, we don't have to do, anything, but I see 9 and 8 are.
There's no more contracts left, so what we're gonna do, because we're almost at the end of the day anyways, is we're gonna sleep through the night and then start fresh the next day, which will be September.
Because you're skipping a month. You have it.
Yeah, I've got it on 1 day once because we don't have that many. We only have 2 fields at the moment, so
What's
actually, and we'll,
not? What's 9 and 8? They're orange. What is that? What's that behind our?
actually that's to the south. Those are ours.
South. I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Those are the only 2 fields that we own, and one is corn, which I think we still have another month to go after September, and the other one is barley, because I think that's what the whiskey factory said it needed.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, I know how I could tell you. So one is corn, one is barley. Yes. I don't know why they need barley to make a whiskey, but I guess barley whiskey. That makes sense.
Doesn't say rye.
Oh, wow.
Well-
I did really good on that field. There's only trip on there. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's
Okay, everybody's gonna lose their tractors here. I'm gonna go to the farm before I lose mine, though.
Well, let me.
That's
Get
good
over
because
there.
I'm stuck in a tree somewhere. So
Well, and I'm hoping if we get into September that there'll be more jobs than this fertilizing, because that just about.
Yeah, fertilizing is a little more monotonous, but I don't mind it because.
Well, I don't mind fertilizing when the fields aren't or short, but we're late enough in the season that everything's grown. So
and also, I mean, fertilizing, plowing, planting, harvesting. I mean, all of that stuff. You're just driving a machine up and down like you mow the grass.
yeah.
Well, like on my little personal farm there.
So it all sucks. That's my point. It's all the same.
Well,
Just driving a thing back and forth.
well, Chris
Yep.
watched my streams where I was mowing a playground that I.
Okay, are you back at the farm yet?
Not
Or are
yet.
you still
I'm getting there. I saw
Wait,
somebody
did you
turn-
see mowing? Are you on mowing sim? That's a thing,
Well,
I guess.
No, he. Yeah, it is a thing, but no, he's not.
No, I just
I don't
decided to-
understand why that's a thing.
Oh, well,
like if you want to
this.
go mow grass, go get fucking paid for the shit.
Get this. They just released the game called Power Washing Sim.
Oh yeah, I seen that one a couple weeks ago. Here's another thing to consider, Chris. Those people that power wash shit for a living probably make 3 times what you do.
Oh, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. So why do power washing, Sam? Wash shit for real.
Why does there need to be a power washing sim in the first place, though? I
Well,
don't see
there's-
Why
the
does
appeal
there
to
need to
that.
be a
Isn't
farm
there
sim in
food-
the first
isn't-
place?
Isn't there
'Cause-
fast foods worker sim and all that stuff?
Because this, maybe not to you, but this is actually very relaxing to me.
Well, some folks will say that about power washing sim.
Well,
Okay. Oh yeah, I did add that. Let's see. Okay, so we need to left shift and Z, and I'll set up for 7 in the morning, just in case it's too. Oh, there we go.
all refreshed.
Sleeping again. Like, what the fuck?
Yes. Right?
You are not tired.
I mean, seriously.
Okay, I can't do anything now. What the hell? Good.
Some
Wow.
ass from Iowa, a fucking Mustang. He's waiting on me to get out of the fucking road.
Okay.
Okay,
There's
I can't do
Oh, now
anything.
there's a gray car behind him. And another one coming. I want to see how big a
is
traffic
that why
jam I
is that why you're not
Yeah, because I can't do anything.
Oh, you know what? My controller disconnected.
Yeah, but that's not the. I
That's
don't
not the
think that's the
problem.
problem. I don't think that's the problem. It's.
Are we sleeping again?
Well, he was having
Yeah,
trouble.
I'm trying to get this to work. Well, okay, fine. Hold on just a second. We're gonna have to do this. Ooh, how am I gonna do this? Let's.
Here we go. Jump up and over the fence.
Yeah, till this happens.
Oh, you're gonna kick us out.
Yeah,
Or
yeah, because
get back in the game, I mean.
I can't do anything.
Okay. Well,
We the good part is I thought I saved it, but if we didn't save it, we're gonna go ahead and cancel out of all the contracts and go to where we were, and I'll put the money back in because I'm not gonna do that again.
okay. Let me know when you got the game up. I'll bring it back.
Little brother's flying home from Florida in the morning. And so I got to go up and visit, do family stuff. So I'm probably going to bail.
Okay.
And I will
Hey, which
catch y'all.
which one still live out here?
Nate, he's married now.
Okay, does he still work in a restaurant or something? Restaurant work?
Yeah, they're both in the same one, I think. And it's some high end kind of thing. But yeah, they're still both in restaurants out there, him and his wife.
Well, that's the thing, because I was, you know, the name because let's see, where was I at? Uh, coworkers. We went, and I swear it was first. Maybe
Okay, the map should be up.
maybe it's a doppelganger or whatever because I could have swore it looked like Nate across the restaurant. I can't even remember where I was a couple days ago.
It's a fancy kind of place, from
Well,
my understanding.
um,
And he'd probably be in the kitchen. Actually, he's a cook. He cooks.
well,
He's
yeah,
like sous
that's
chef.
why I figure it probably wasn't. But I mean, just
Well, there's a what? Oh, that's you. There's a plowing contract for 90,000. Um, I say let's grab that. What are you do? What are you doing?
Well, I wasn't quite sure where I was.
Okay.
Oh, hair. We can.
What kind of tractor do you want?
I don't care at this point.
Yeah,
Actually, I'll tell you what. You pick your own tractor out, but don't buy it. Just lease it, and
Me? How do I do?
yeah. Go into the you go into the shop.
I forget.
I thought we added the plow to this. What the heck? Hold on a second. Something's not right here. Did we lose all our mods for some reason? No.
Gotta get to.
Just hit the select button.
Oh, it's.
Yeah.
Oh,
my
that's
keyboard
right.
doesn't have
Gosh dang it,
select
I'm
button.
always hitting start.
Back up.
Okay. What size of tractor do we need? Medium, large? I guess.
You'll probably want large. We're gonna do the field together, and Derek. I mean, if Derek wants to, he can too.
Hey, look.
It's a big field. So.
I may just hang out for another couple minutes, and then I got middle brother on mom's side's home from Florida. We got to get up at the ass crack of dawn and drive home. See mom. He's having baby shower.
Oh,
More nieces and nephews. So
I'll
Can I
probably
lease,
be up
can I
at
lease
4:30.
Can I lease? Oh, wait a minute. Never mind.
You can
yeah,
lease
so
whatever
I'm
you
gonna
want.
bail on that.
Lease, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Vehicle from.
And then yeah, the plow that you'll need for it. And
Oh.
we're in field
Oh, I have
1,
to
so
go get I have to get a plow. You know.
yeah, no.
Okay.
Can I drive the shit parked against the fence?
No.
That's unfortunate.
But you can do the same
forgot-
thing as he. You can do the same thing that he did. You can lease and join us.
Maybe you just. Oh, there we are. Toggle. Ah, damn it! I was gonna ride on that. You drug it out from under me, you twit.
Now, what?
How do you jump? Is there a jump?
Yes, there is something. Well, it's A on the controller. But probably
It's
space
not
bar.
A on the keyboard.
Probably space bar. Usually that's jump.
Oh, it is.
What-
Hey, good call.
What fields?
God
got?
damn it! Hold still.
It's field 1.
Okay.
I wanted to ride on the thing, and you let. Oh, fuck it! I'm staying here.
Out.
I can't get out.
Well, there's like a fence all the way around, and I got like a 50-foot. No, not. It's not. Like
Well, I wanted to ride on the damn implement. Now I gotta walk.
Well, get in a pickup and come over. Just hit like. I don't know what select is. It's a left arrow for me, but.
Do you want another tractor?
Oh, hey, it's Tab. Look at that. Fuck, how many pickups do we fucking own?
2.
Two. Yeah, it looks like 2. Okay.
Don't drive the one by the whiskey. I have that one there for a reason.
All right, I'll steal the other one that's at a random house.
Well, that's
That's
our farm.
our house.
Just think of it
That's
like
our house on our farm.
Think of it.
Well, our house. Why did I get out of the?
You know what we should do is downgrade the house to a trailer house, and Eric could feel at home.
Well, I could put
Back
up
in
some
the
No,
trailer
no,
houses
no,
for.
I won't. I hate fucking trailers. I'd rather.
Well, I mean,
we can.
I said that wrong. I mean, we can pretend like it's college days.
Yeah, that's probably fair. Why is there? The games are done.
In the south end of the field.
Yeah, I was gonna work back towards the road. This will be a lot easier to see where you've been.
Well, yeah. But it's just weird to be driving over the crop, you know.
You're not driving over a crop. This has been harvested.
Oh no! When we were fertilizing, that was just.
Oh yeah.
Doing dry fertilizer.
Well, they hired us for a job, so I'm not gonna argue.
Barely.
Really? What'd you get? What'd you get?
I mean, I got MT8000 and bottom plate.
Oops.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 12 bottom plow.
I thought we had the other plows in the game, but apparently I didn't add them, so I'm gonna have to do that
This
the next
plow's so
time.
big it's got bogey wood.
Oh crap! And I'm not watching what I'm doing.
I would though like to state for the record, silliest game ever.
Bottom plow. This is still got.
Well, there's still us working the field though,
Yeah,
so we'll
it'll
be
go
all right.
quick. I'm just
It
saying.
will take a while, but it'll go a bit quicker because there's two of us working it. So they're.
Yeah, like I said, when I pan my camera, I can just barely see.
I look over, I can't even see you.
Well, I'm kind of up the hill from it.
So what do you think of this map, Derek? I mean, I know you haven't really seen much of it, but
Doesn't
No,
really
it's
seem
good.
like Nebraska, does it? Too hilly.
It seems like eastern Nebraska.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, that's
That's like Nebraska City, Beatrice to the river.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
maybe that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, which
then-
looks like northwest Missouri, southeast Iowa.
And this is supposed to be northern Nebraska, basically directly north of where we grew up.
Now, see, I've never been up there, but from what I understand, it's river country and terrain.
Yeah, it is.
But
Or at
from
least the
it's-
parts I've been in.
But it's a lot flatter than like off in the distance.
No, not really, actually.
Kinda. I mean, I guess I'm
well,
thinking more
well,
towards
hold on, John.
Valentine.
Often
And,
the distance is relative because from central Nebraska, often the distance is hundreds of miles. Yeah, you remember that. And then down here where I live, often the distance is 3 or 4 of miles, maybe. You know, we do. It's a lot like the Front Range round here, except for you hit the Front Range and it goes up. I hit the Front Range and it goes down.
yeah. Well, the front
You
range.
know,
Well, the front range for me is like a half a mile.
well, that's what I mean. And 4
Yeah.
miles east and north of here,
I guess that's the thing.
it,
I've been
it's high
I've been up
plains.
into South Dakota, like north of Valentine and such, and that's a little more farther west, and it gets a hell of a lot.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that there, but if you get a bit further east, it is, especially around where the Platte joins up with the Nebraska border, it does get like this. And
Yeah.
this area, I mean, it's a little bit away from what I was just talking about, where the borders meet, but it's possible, I guess, that it could look like this up there.
There's a few
Heck,
too
that
many trees.
it's
though.
like it's like
'Cause there's
this
no
so much
river.
up there that they actually have elk up there.
But we
wish
have
you could hit
armadillos here.
I wish you could hit the deer in this game. I mean, you technically can, but it doesn't. They don't go splat, you know.
I thought.
You know what? I'm in for that. Yeah, let's make the deer go splat and fuck up your shit too.
Well,
I
yeah,
thought,
yeah.
It needs to work both
That
ways.
would add the
right?
realism. Because you guys
Yeah.
remember that police car? We hit 3 deers in that one. You know?
Didn't it have a grill guard on it?
Yeah. But they
Yeah,
always
exactly.
always came out of the ditch, and it was usually the passenger side, and kept replacing that fender and the front grill housing around the headlight housing and everything.
Oh, dude, I hit one in that. You remember I had my Z.
Yeah.
yeah,
I was coming back from Hastings, like the Wood River Road.
Yep.
And I was in the middle of one of those because it follows the river there. And so there's a whole bunch of little tight 90s.
Yep.
And I turned around one of those. And mind you, I'm doing like 35 because it's a tight fucking corner. And I'm like coming home from somewhere. I'm not hauling ass or nothing. You know, we're not racing. And deer jumps out of the ditch, landed in the middle of the fucking hood, and flopped off into the other ditch.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't hit it. It just jumped on the roof of the car. It just squashed the hood down and flopped off the other side.
Well, I remember the one time, this was before I was driving, I was riding that police car, and deer jumped out of the ditch. It's over on the Crick Road, not too far away from the farm there, and it came out of there, and it hit right on the corner, so it ripped its abdomen open, and all the guts went splattering across the windshield. It just bounced off and rolled in the ditch, but the guts went, and I had the window open. I don't know how no guts came in the car with us, but they were all over the windshield.
So, I've got it hitting the deer story that you guys probably neither one. You guys remember I had that Bronco too, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was driving to school in my tux because I had a show choir thing like that morning. It was like districts, and we had to be in our tuxes because like show choir was going to be the first thing out of the gate when we got there. And I'm over by Bose's house over in Orleans, and a deer come out of the ditch. Well, I swerved to miss it, and I almost completely missed it, except for the mirror on the passenger side hit it. and it just dropped in the middle of the road, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm like, what am I gonna do? In my tux, I can't just like mess with this deer or whatever. Well, I think I must have knocked it out because I went by and later, when on my way home, and the deer was not there. Either that or someone took it home. But I think I just knocked it out with my mirror. I wasn't going very fast either though, because I had come to a complete stop, and so the deer wouldn't move, and I was like, well, I can't wait for you. I got to get to school, so.
It's kind of funny.
I was like, yeah, that would look so great. I'll get all this deer hair all over my show tux.
Yeah.
Right. But the scariest deer I've seen's been on a motorcycle.
Yeah. Well, actually, tell yours. I got a bear story, but that's different.
Ooh, bear story. See, mine's an old story, John. You were actually, I guess you weren't along for it, but
No.
it was back then. But Grand Island was with me. We were running from Rep City to Alma. A fucking deer, closest I've been to a deer on a bike. Let me put it that way. And we did a full-on stoppie. Like, I had my knees wedged up under the handlebars. Her knees are wedged up in my armpits, and we're starting to flip over. When we got stopped, the back tire was off the ground, and it flopped down, and she flopped down, and I flopped down, and I'm like, fuck, we're still alive.
I think about, like Grand Island. I mean, they didn't know us from her parents, all that, didn't know us from anywhere. It's like, my God, why did they let us hang out?
Hold on, no. Hold on, that's not true, actually. See, the families met initially on a camping trip down there. So her folks knew my folks because we happened to go camping next to each other, and they ran off and left all their cast iron at home.
Okay.
And so they're the tent next door to us over there at Methodist, and they come up. Of course, we're all like, what, 12, 13 at the time or whatever.
Yeah, we weren't quite driving yet. Almost driving.
Yeah, see, this whole thing started years before you knew her. Right. But yeah, so that's how the whole thing started. I might have been 12 or 13 even. This was a long time back. We went camping with them for several years.
Okay.
Always kind of worked out that we all went on the same weekend. They had a favorite spot, we had a favorite spot, and they happened to be neighbors, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, it just worked out that way. And so, I mean, we met at the campground 3-4 times previous to hanging out. That's how that all happens. Which was kind of weird,
Yeah, not really. But it's like, that was only in the summers, but then it's like, yeah, you just brought up a thing, like, but these city folk that I work with and socialize with and everything just don't get it. It's like sometimes we wouldn't see people for a year, or half a year because they live too damn.
Yeah, they're weekenders.
I mean, okay, Luke Melman, for example. I mean, only on the weekends in the summer, and
weekenders.
And then it's like, well, who the hell knows? You might never see that guy again.
Yeah, he goes back to school, and maybe next summer he goes off to fucking war or college, or he's grounded and goes to stay with grandma. Fucking who knows?
Yeah.
Fucking whatever happened to Butthead? Like, what happened to that guy?
Yeah.
Like, he had to be in witness protection or some fucking like high level nonsense, because that homeboy just fucking up and vanished.
Yeah. Well, Jesse Pratt.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah. No, wait a minute. I was thinking.
Yeah, Butthead.
Yeah. Okay.
Fucking looked like Butthead.
Yeah.
We called him Butthead.
Well, and he had that. God, what, about 60?
He had the fucking haircut for it,
But he had that like 1960 Chevy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they call it. Let's see. 10 at the time, but they just drank water
Yeah,
because
smoked
it
the
had
fucking
a
door
head.
to my shop, and I had to stack all the bricks up, and Dad bitched at me, and yeah, that one.
Yeah,
Like, what happened to that dude?
yeah,
Like,
I
he was
know.
at school on Thursday, and then that was that.
Well, yeah, because he was only there for like a year or something, maybe 2.
I think I'm gonna say it was a
Because he
year
lived over in Taylor
and a
Manor
quarter.
for, it was just him and his mom, I think, and they would lived
Right.
over.
Now, they were there for a little bit before school season because I think you or somebody else knew them from the summer
Maybe.
that year. And then he was there for that year. And then a little bit of, like, I talked to him a couple times that summer, like right after school. One day he just ghosted. And then that was that.
Well,
Never
yeah,
saw him
I
again.
mean, I want to say he just like him and his mom or something.
Yeah. Like I said, they had to be in witness protection or some shit.
Yeah.
Because you remember he showed up on like a Wednesday with a giant stack of books trying to pretend like he knew what was up and had been there for a while.
Yeah.
Like the whole thing, I remember the whole thing seemed really weird in the beginning.
Well, and he didn't get along with too many people other than us. But
Well,
which,
though in his defense there, we don't get along, or I don't know about y'all, but I don't get along with very many people.
well, you know what I mean. I mean, oh hell,
Yeah.
you and me
I mean, I get along with anybody I choose to get along
well,
with, but
that's different.
there's
Choosing,
about
but
8 people on the planet I give a fuck about talking to. Let me put it that way.
well, but like nobody else went out
Y'all
of their
are on
way.
that list.
Yeah, but nobody else went out of their way to
Right.
give a crap,
Well, part of that's that small school out there.
Well, I know.
You're
but,
from there. You don't see it like I see it, but
yeah,
it's
but
a
I
thing.
mean, but you, like I said, you were quote accepted. I mean, no.
Eventually, but yeah. Yeah, no, I know what you mean. And he could have been in time, but he was there for a moment.
But
He
he
was a cool
sticks.
dude. Everybody
Yeah, well,
liked
that's
him. I mean,
what I
it's
mean.
not
He
like
sticks.
people hated the dude or nothing.
He sticks in.
It's
But that's the thing. He was there for just
he's stuck in my
a
brain.
minute, and I think about just a few things.
Yeah, why is that the thing that sticks? It's the
don't know.
unknown. It's the unknown, I think. It's the answer to the question. We don't have the answer to the question. And I've determined in my years now, the thing that bothers me the most is unsolvable problems and unanswerable questions. Unsolvable problems, though, mostly.
That's why people need to be subscribing and watching a philosopher.
Right. Oh, I've got lots of deep things to say.
you just
I just don't talk to y'all very often.
Deep thoughts.
Well, we should start a channel called that.
Actually, all right. That is something we can kind of do. Just start a YouTube, and then we'll do what we're doing here.
Wait,
but like when we get into these segments, then I'll download the streams, and then I'll cut out the segments where we go into our deep thoughts. MGR.
Oh, no, that's okay. I have all kinds of deep thoughts.
well, that's good because it sounds like we're gonna have several episodes.
Oh,
it's not a
you
one.
guys, you guys
It's not a
aren't
one and
that-
done type deal.
Yeah, well, Chris, see, you can do like like I did with the little promo video and the little ones where the first one we did, where Derek tipped me over, and it just worked out kind of funny and thing. So you have like a clip. It'd be like a clip channel for these guys.
Yeah.
No. Let's dive into deep weirdness. I like deep weirdness. Deep weirdness is fun. I mean, you guys have known me longer than almost anybody, but at some I've kept my deep weirdness from you for a long time. So, this could be exciting.
Yeah.
I might be an odd duck, The attention deficit view on the world is different. It's kind of fun. Actually, I recently discovered a Reddit about this, and I've been listening,
Okay. Hold up.
reading.
Hold up. Reddit. Okay, you can't figure out Discord, but you read and interact with Reddit. Reddit's like a cool kid thing, you know. You're not cool enough for Reddit. So
Well,
I
Reddit
guess
kind of
what I'm
makes
saying is I
sense.
don't believe that you
Discord, I
can't
don't
operate
understand what Discord
Discord.
is. The Discord is text messages and nothing else, to what I can figure.
Oh no, there's no threads and stuff, but I mean it's a handy way to share and things. Like
Yeah,
I'm in other
kind of.
Discords that it's like a group. It's like a group. Well, it's like a chat room type deal. Only there's more
Hmm.
shareability.
Oh, wait. Okay. So this brings me to the point of we've been friends a long time, but you guys don't really know what's wrong with me.
Yeah.
And I look at Discord and I look at Reddit, and Reddit's a thing to look at with stuff. And Discord is
You
you.
have to interact with it.
Right, but I don't interact with things. That's my deal.
Okay.
I don't. Have you seen me post on Facebook? I mean,
Well,
We
that's
figured
Facebook.
out. We
I don't.
figured out the problem.
Look. I wouldn't post on Facebook
okay.
except for
The problem
self-promotion.
is not Facebook. The problem is I'm not fucking reacting with any of it.
Well, see, I'm not either, but it's all for self-promotion and to game air quotes the algorithm to spam my shit around. Otherwise, I could care less about the interaction on there.
I only use Facebook for the memories.
But
yeah, I'm only on Facebook for the fact that I find work around here. And I ran that ad. I have the Heinrich Dock and Dirt page. Yep, did that last year. You've seen how much attention it's had. That's the extent of my social media interaction.
But see, you need to be self-promoing there. But again, it's so.
But again, hold on though. Before you say that,
it's so regional,
I've been
though.
chronic. Hold on. I ran that one little page, right? I did that, and then I've been a month deep in work ever since, to 3 or 4 months deep in work ever since. That's been it.
Yeah.
So I only have it so that people can find me for work, or I can find them.
Legit. Yeah. No, I understand why you're doing it. Yeah. I would do it
not
too.
even look half legit, just exist in the world.
Yeah.
And that's it. But my point being, I've not needed any more than that, other than the initial, this is me. And then people interact with each other, and then they find me. So I have no social media experience whatsoever.
Well, really, honestly, neither do we.
You
I
have.
don't do it.
No, hold on. You
don't
have
do it right. Let's just put it that way.
1000% more than I do. I'm gonna just tell you that, because you post and talk to people and read comments and shit. I don't check my fucking email.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but again, I'm only doing it purely for self-serving reasons to get links, so it drives traffic, which can generate and operative word is can generate revenue. It was minuscule, but something. I mean, for not much effort, really. I mean, and look, I like participating in the communities, and I like giving to the community. I guess that's the difference here. Is I like creating for the community, whether it be like the restoration stuff I did, model building, this, giving back to the community. I mean, it shouldn't sound like it's all just purely about money, because
no, it's both.
It,
it's both, and there's nothing wrong with that.
No,
you're giving back, and the people that
But see, you don't
I'm
like
trying to
doing
figure out the
that.
right way to say it, but
I
the
mean,
people
that's
that
just not
benefit
something that's
from that
That's
are
not something
what
that's
generates you
enjoyable.
revenue. Right? Isn't that the plan in the ultimate world? You put out information that helps people, and
Yeah.
then them getting helped generates revenue for you through advertisement.
Pretty much. Because
Like
I
everybody
don't
winning.
even
There's
promote
nothing
my
wrong with
store.
it.
You know, I don't promote my store like I should. I mean, you know, somebody will buy a T-shirt or a sticker every once in a while, but you know, I don't
Well, my
do it
thing here
right.
is
I don't do it
well,
right.
hold on
Let's
now.
just put it
Correct
that
me
way.
if I'm wrong, but you're talking about people buying your stuff. That's all. So if I'm watching your videos on YouTube, if I understand how YouTube works, the ability to go buy your stuff is all attached right there to YouTube.
Well, YouTube, and it's also here. Well, I just set that up not too long ago, but it's also here on Twitch. Well, I'm on YouTube and Twitch, but yeah. But then you can actually go to the store. You can get it through the website.
But you're on a bunch of platforms.
Well,
Like
yeah.
I
I mean,
only watch
I
YouTube.
gotta
I
quit.
don't know what Twitch is.
I mean,
So, you know, like
I
I
have
don't
to
watch
manage it. Well, Twitch is pretty much just streaming, whereas like YouTube is has streaming, but it's it's well, look, it's video on demand. It's like, hey, we're telling you to go watch this channel we like,
So wait, hold on.
you're gonna do it when you get
Is
time.
YouTube without the history? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Well, pretty much. I mean, they've kind of added. When you say, Chris, they've added a little bit of history, video on demand, but it isn't. You don't upload pre-recorded content. I guess that's the
No,
main
you don't. You stream and there's like 2 weeks you can go back and watch a previous
unless you
stream.
download it and make it a
Yeah.
highlight and all. There's other things they've come out with, but
That doesn't
yeah,
make
I'm
sense
like
to me,
stuck on
but
a
okay.
Sorry,
what?
I'm griping at the game here. I'm like stuck on a tree. This dang plow is so long I can't freaking turn it around. Kind of wish I didn't buy it.
Well, I back it. Well,
What I
that's
should
what I
what I
said. I
haven't
got
done
the
is
wrong plows in the game.
well, what I hadn't done is I haven't done my headlamp.
Well, I haven't done them either, but when I
Well,
get
I
to
know,
the
but
end, I back it up.
I should have. Yes, you got to dang back it up. Well, I just want to turn around and eventually maybe when we get closer, make a score. But right now, kind of wish it was a two-way. I should have got a smaller plow and been a two-way. Then I could go back and forth.
Are you still in the trees?
No, I'm back.
Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and bail on y'all.
Yeah, well, like I said,
Alrighty.
I'm glad you got in. I was,
Yeah.
for the
I'm
time
glad
you
we got
can.
this set up, so now we can keep doing this
And then
farm.
once we can get the whiskey going, that'll get really fun.
Yeah, that's our goal on this
And
farm is to get the whiskey.
Chris, I asked you this one other
But
time.
weekdays are gonna be easier for me.
And that's
I'm gonna
fine
just
too.
tell you that.
The weekdays, you said, or the weekends?
Weekdays.
Okay.
Fine with me.
Yeah, that's fine. We've been doing weekdays.
And then
I happen to just be out of money, so otherwise we'd be out doing some shit tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, can we do like a custom graphic for the whiskey bottles or whatever around? Did we ever decide that you could do that easily or not?
No. You would have to find where it's at in the
I might be able to.
in the files, and then once you get it changed, you'd have to send it to all three of or me and Derek.
Well, I might be able to do that. Look, I've been doing some like I don't want to say real technical, but like next level for me, like database crap. So I might be able to figure that out. So I'll if I think about it, I'll dink around. I guarantee you, there's a YouTube tutorial.
Yeah, because people mess with the XML files all the time, so
Well,
that they
it.
can
I've
change.
seen it on other people's either streams or things they posted in that group, and that's why I'm in there is to see stuff like that. And it's like, oh,
Yeah, but I don't
that.
think that kind of stuff's gonna be in there.
Well, it may not be, but you know what? There's somebody that's done it, and they'll.
Yeah, there's some people that on YouTube that probably have.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'll find it on YouTube. Sometime, you know.
All right, y'all. I'm out.
All right.
Catch
Have a
y'all
good
later.
one. Yep.
Say hi to your mama for me, Chris.
Will.
Alrighty. Bye.
Bye.
Try to get the half moon part of the. I do some headlands because there's just not enough room for me to turn.
Yeah, I know.
I saw you
Well,
did
and
one
it's
pass on the other end of the field. I need to do.
well,
that
was actually literally just to get up to this side.
Well, I know, but down there you can kind of turn around, have room back around this. Do that.
Well, but where I was turning around at on that one end, like, is a big open area, and I'm about out of it now.
Oh, well, yeah. Where I am is like I got stuck on a tree and plow doesn't really back up very good.
Well, I'm thinking about it. I'm gonna.
Because I got 3
see.
viewers total. I mean, that's
So I got my YouTube on my TV, and I don't have my chat room. That's the only
now, see,
downfall to having.
I'm gonna have to send you. Well, I mean, it's through Restream.
Oh,
But if you
I wonder
download
if
the
this
desktop,
maybe here, maybe this is what I need to
because
do.
I have the
I've just
desktop chat
I'm
app, and it just connects to all of whatever you're doing, and then you can see it all in one little it's a window. Again, I run in windowed mode, but you'd put it up.
Oh,
on a
it
second
won't do it
monitor.
because it wants to kick it off the TV. So I can see it when I turn it on, but it
Well, you'd have to move it to
No.
whatever's using as a second monitor.
Oh,
Right.
hold on. Maybe it's on the side of my chat.
Because I have a big enough, not an ultra wide, but a wide curved monitor. So I got enough real estate that I can put what I want to, what I need to watch up and run the game and win. That's how I do it.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, I could just plug my phone, do that, and that'd be for one platform. But
Well,
this will do
the
all of them in one
the
spot.
the thing about, like, that's one of the things I'm gonna enjoy about, like, going just back to a couple chat rooms, or, well, I'll probably actually have all 3 on like tomorrow morning, but now then I won't be burning through my battery all the time, you know. If I only have a couple going.
Should be in.
Okay, well, all I'm doing is farming rocks because I'm doing that challenge this weekend. I don't know how long it's gonna take me to do that whole field, but that was the whole thing that it was kind of a concoction of what me and Roleplay and MJ had thought of. Is like, I wonder how many rocks you could get off this field. So we're gonna do that. I was gonna do that. I want to switch maps, but on that one, I want to switch maps, but we thought of this challenge, so I'm like, oh, okay, I'll keep it for another week. Well, I still don't see you, but I can see where you've been.
You didn't see me coming up when you were turning around. I was.
No, I can't.
Well,
it's evidently not.
You're driving the other.
Oh, you're behind me now.
Yeah, now, but when you turned around, I was right there because I'm doing the
No,
headlands on the.
I wasn't. I was thinking you were on this. I wasn't looking for
Well,
you.
I
I was.
was. I've done about the same amount as you, only down here, but the field curves around a little.
Yeah.
I was cleaning up some spots, and I'm gonna 3-4 passes down here and make it easy. $5,000.
Yeah.
Get to harvest something, or will that come? I mean,
We will. We will.
like a contract.
Well, I'm thinking about it. Oh, where am I? No, where I'm at. Let's see. I was gonna check our corn, but I think we've got it like at least another month, if not 2. And unless we like have a bunch of contracts, we're probably gonna have to lease this first year on the harvesters. Yeah, the corn's not quite ready yet. Yeah, eventually there'll be some contracts where there'll be some harvesting contracts. I just don't. It just hasn't popped in yet for
I guess
whatever
what I'm
reason.
saying is, releasing this equipment, something do something.
Yeah. Well, when we get done with this field, unless we have more plowing jobs, we'll return the equipment.
Right. Cost whatever it costs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, anyway, hopefully you understood the text. It's hard to communicate that way with computer deal, but
No, I
and
understood.
what I sent there is like that's not the end all be all either there, but to get something, want to go desktop and you want to make sure you're getting, I don't want to say future proven, but better than your laptop. Like, yeah, you're gonna probably around like a kind of a system integrator pre-built kind of thing. Well, the system integrator deal, like iBuyPower, CyberPower, there's other ones. Build Redux isn't heard of. Only they give you less like usable options, but just messing around. And actually, right now is not the greatest time to be looking at stuff because it's the GPUs of there was a large GPU shortage, and they're just barely kind of coming out of that. So prices are still like really high on that for the graphics cards. Really affects it.
Yeah.
But even that said, like get something that you could run on. Like, and my stuff's old now, but I can run on super high, whatever the highest settings are. It runs just fine, and it should run it just fine for home. I had back in 2019, I didn't want to spend any more than top cap out. And of course, I want to do the video editing too. Certain things I was specifically specking in that you have to consider as much this game and like Fortnite. But I spent $1,000, like almost exactly. But because I've cheaped out and spent less than that before, and I kind of regretted it, say like 2 years in. Oh, this GPU really, or what I wanted to do. Not that it wouldn't run the game, or like you, not that run the game. It's just as the game gets bigger with updates and patches, that it takes more research. But I'd say if you could, budget in, save up, whatever, however, but get closer, like $800, you can get something pretty respectable that will host this a lot better, probably. But really, you
Well,
got to
and
get. But
the
really,
other
what
the
you're
other
running, I forget. I'd have to go back in the messages, read the specs you have on what you're doing right now. But as I recall, you got a pretty, for what it is, you got a pretty good deal. I mean, pretty deep. Got a pretty decent GPU in that thing. Pretty decent CPU. The only thing I remember was a little lacking from the more or less the size of the SSD, but you have another slot in there. But for more game store, basically for more game store,
Yeah.
is where you're lacking on laptop.
and really on Farm Sim, the only things I really can't do is I tried. Granted, the one that I did try was like maybe too big to try out, but I tried a 16x and it didn't work very well because it's just too much.
Probably
The map
graphical.
was just, yeah, it was just
It
too
couldn't
much.
load in. Yeah, the and that's called VRAM, or what you're bumping into. Not quite enough VRAM, and that's the thing. I have for the time, it wasn't near a top line, but it was a um what I'd call a lower top tier or upper mid range card. But basically it had a lot of VRAM. Not the fastest as far as the memory speed, whatever in it, but a lot of VRAM. What I needed, and my processor's old, but it's modern architecture. But anyway, irregardless, if you could save up for, if you were looking at that one that was like, budget wise, you're looking at 535. Well, save up a few $100s more, and you can get something um, that will work like better than what you have right now, and you have decent enough right now for a
Yeah.
laptop.
Well, and
For
that's why I'm
gaming
not,
laptop.
and that's why I'm not complaining about the laptop. What I really love about this is like when I want to just play at night, I can turn something else on TV and
Yep.
I can sit
Yeah,
here and
yeah.
play. And
No, I mean the
um,
portability, and honestly, you didn't spend a lot of money, because I mean, usually gaming laptops you got to spend, if you want fallen type gaming laptops, you got to spend like 3-4 grand. Didn't
yeah,
spend that, but you got a
no,
lot. I feel you got a lot of value for your money, as I
oh,
remember.
oh yeah,
Um, like it's spec'd very well for the price you. Guess is what I'm
yeah,
trying to say here. Like it won't win any like popularity contest, but it does very well.
yeah,
Like it has a dedicated GPU. That's the big thing. Not trying to use just the onboard graphics that come with the chip. With the
yeah. The thing is like, so there's only like maybe two or three things I could think of really that I would want to call. I would want to.
the main thing you're hamstringed with is just the sheer upgradability. See, like if you spend about $800, yeah, you'd have to make compromises in places, but then you could, because it's literally, some of the parts are literally plug and play. It's like at least got 16 gig of RAM, and you needed to upgrade that you do down the line easily. Like a graphics card is really just pop it out, put it in. Wanted to get a better graphics card because textures aren't loading in good as you could, when buy a better used good one. I mean, that's what I did with the garage system. That's why I call it my junkyard, because unit itself is like 10 years old, but I've went to eBay and bought it's an old processor, but it's a better than what was in there generation in there. And like I said, I got an old graphics card, but the thing was just onboard graphics at the time, so that's an upgrade.
Yeah.
It's not good enough to run this game according to the specs. I imagine it would run it, but just not.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, those ones you were looking at had just barely better graphics than what I got in there. And the graphics card I got in there, I bought it $25. Like the CPU I bought for like $30. RAM I paid like $5 a stick. I mean, it's 2 generations. 3 were at 5, you know.
Yeah.
um, for the speed. It does have an
Well,
SSD in it, but it is a old SSD, so its read write isn't very. It's getting to the end of its life. But actually, that $255 Dell, very tempting to replace my garage PC, because even though it wouldn't be good for you, it would do just fine as what I use the garage one. It would run the encoding software because it's a little bit more modern what I have in there.
yeah.
Oh, and that's the other thing. That one is the original power supply in it, because it's a Dell Optiplex. Didn't have connectors for graphics card, so I cobbed power supply out of something else that had the power connector. Shoved that in there. I had to Dremel and cut the case all up so it fit in there. That's what Dell does, is they use power supplies that are like, I cut holes in the case to add extra fans, extra for the case, just little things like that. But the PC was, so I mean, I can't. It's done an admirable job, considering I've spent a total. I might have spent $100 in upgradables, used, old, but better parts.
Yeah. Well, and then another thing is, I don't know where I would put it. I would probably honestly
Get
almost
yourself a wireless keyboard and mouse. That'd be I'd
almost want to put it on the TV, but then again, I don't know if that's the correct thing to do either.
bet you just get along. Let me
What's
yeah,
funny is, man, you should see my stream, because it's showing your track is going all over the place.
probably because I was kind of.
No, you don't understand. It's like not necessarily attached to your your tractor.
So my textures aren't loading in right. You know what? I gotta see. Let me tab out of the game.
You'll have to back up a little bit from where we're at now, but yeah, you were just there, so
Well,
it won't
yeah.
be too far along. But it was hilarious. Your tires just kind of your track is just falling off. That'll be one for the short reel.
I'm watching. I can see what you're talking about. Watching. Oh yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah. So yeah, it's basically okay. So this is the thing. You're running out of probably RAM, so it isn't like processing like what my tractor is doing properly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I mean, this is a 4X map,
Yeah,
and
no,
then
we're
both.
It's resource intensive. Yeah. That's hilarious.
Yeah, so these are the biggest maps that I ever play on here, and there aren't that many 16 X's, and there isn't that many of them that I actually necessarily want to play either, you know. There is going to be one that's eventually coming out on this game that I wish I could play. If you remember when I played that Oklahoma one last in 19, I think it was called Red River. They're gonna make that a 16x, and I think that one would have been one that I would have liked to play, but it's all right. I'm not. There's so many maps out there. You don't really notice it. I mean, you just go find something else that you can.
I'm just going.
Yeah.
Plus, I.
So, okay, there's a little bit of a story of why I moved my stream back today.
Yes, and I missed it. I could have watched it this time. I've been taking my lunch at a little bit different time just because what I'm being asked to do. Not lining up as well, but I could have it on in the background, getting and almost done. Time gets away from me.
Yeah, well, so on Monday, I worked till noon because we're working at home on Mondays now. We added a day.
Right. Yeah.
I think we're eventually gonna add Wednesdays too, but for now it's just Mondays and Fridays. Well, I worked till noon, and then I streamed, and then I went to go clock in at 1, and I got clocked in, and then the internet just goes out. And I waited around for an hour because at the time, actually, I thought the VPN was what went down, and our VPN actually does go down enough that.
Oh, ours does too. Because I have to do that when I choose to.
So I waited around, and then I finally was like, oh wait, no, might be my internet. So then I started messing with devices that are connected to the internet, like the Xbox or like whatever else, and nothing would connect. And then it's like, okay, well now it's an internet problem, and I happened to. So I called them, and yeah, they confirmed it. They said, yeah, there's an outage. So I'm like, okay, well, anyways, I ended up like not doing anything all afternoon, and then that evening I ended up I put a couple hours in the evening to kind of make up for the time I missed, so that I didn't have to take PTO or anything.
Right.
And so then I got to thinking about it this week, and it's like, when I usually have internet outages, it's usually like about 12:45, 1 o'clock, and it's because I'm pretty sure it's because of the heat from because this is summertime, so I'm pretty sure the heat is affecting it, and that's why it's going out. And I'm like, well, do I really need to have that hour off at 12, or can I wait till 1? So I decided, you know what, I'm gonna get another hour in on work, and then I'll take my lunch break at 1 and stream from 1 to 2. And then that way, if the if the internet does go out, yes, it'll affect the stream, but at least then I won't be so short on my hours for work, which is, the more important thing. So
Yeah.
especially on my weekdays, because these streams don't. We kind of talked about that. These
Yeah.
streams
They
don't.
don't. No, They don't.
They don't generate the viewers for me like the weekend ones do.
It's just
And
getting more content out there that somebody might eventually stumble on.
yeah, well, and that's why I'm leaving them. I'm leaving them on my YouTube, and then I'm leaving it on my Facebook and stuff too. But I'm leaving it on my YouTube, and basically every stream will still be on YouTube, and it's
Yeah, see, my
just the
deal
it's
is
just the
I don't get a lot. Like, I don't get a lot while we're doing it, unless a couple viewers popped in, chatting here, they've left. But then afterwards, it'll get 100, could get 100 views or something after the. I just don't get.
yeah
I mean that
yeah.
considering on
Well,
YouTube.
but I mean, and this is just me, but I hardly ever watch. Like, I've got some streamers that I watch on YouTube, but I hardly ever see them live. I'm always watching them
Archive,
like,
yeah,
well,
and
yeah, I'm always watching the archives on them like
I do
later.
the same thing, but I
Um,
do it just to give them some, you know, helps the algorithm recommend.
yeah.
That's the.
Well, and things may change. Things will probably change again when I finally do make affiliate on Twitch, but um I just feel at this point, it's like I that average is just that's probably the hardest thing that you ever have to hit, and I think I'm really close to it, but because of these streams not hitting, maybe getting a view or
Yeah.
not getting enough views, it's pulling that number down.
Well, let's see, which just want to affiliate unless you're getting those, because again, they don't make money if you don't make, or
Yeah.
and vice versa. So it's what's good for the goose is good for the gander. They don't
Yeah.
want just because it costs them money. Just this is costing them money, making it.
Yeah. Well, and
Me,
so I've got 6 followers that left that I need to
you'll
pick up.
probably get there.
Yeah, well, I know,
probably
I
just
know I will. I know
just
I will, and it's been a lot of I've been still picked them up from going in and interacting on other people's
well,
streams and
that's it. Is doing that, just interacting with the community.
following them, and then they follow me back, and I've especially these last few I've kind of, since I work from home now, I've been trying to show them some support by at least viewing and stuff too. So yeah, I'll get there. I know I will. I have no doubt that I will. I mean, I was thinking about this the other day when I was talking to, like, last weekend when I was talking to Roleplay and MJ. Is like, when I started down that road, I was like, how in the heck am I ever gonna make this? It's like when I looked at Mixer, it's like, okay, well, that looked attainable. And then I come over here on Twitch, and it's like, or
Well,
I came over to Twitch, and it's like, oh my god, how does a person ever actually make that number?
well, I just lost my controller, so like that happened. Like that's why I'm just going off into. Um, um, yeah, literally, all I can do is move my camera around, and I remember unplugging and plugging didn't, so I'm just gonna have to X the game, but I'll just let it go
Was
until.
it this map that it did that
Yes,
to you the
yes,
last time?
but it
It
wasn't this field, but it was this map. Yes,
do you suppose it has something to do with the size of this map and that
maybe,
I'm hosting it?
maybe, yeah. And look, I mean, my computer isn't working super duper hard, but I mean, it's pumping out some heat. I mean, it's having to do some work, not
Oh,
taxing it.
see, my, I don't think my laptop's not hot at all.
I mean, it's pumping out, having to use resources.
Okay, well,
But anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna have to just. I'll let it
that's
just
fine.
go
I
into the
can.
trees and stop. But we'll but well, that's the thing. Twitch, it used to be just like YouTube and me, just got damn lucky. I was in early. You were in early on Twitch. It wasn't. No, it was. Now I'm going in reverse. Oh, did I get?
Well, okay, I'm almost done, and I'm gonna save. And you're not in a
wait,
you're
wait,
not
wait.
in a bad.
Wait. Oh, I hit the. Maybe that. Oh yes, I got. And it wasn't the AI, but all I did was I went to the map, toggled. I don't know what the heck. Oh, but my plow's like, oh, it's glitched. Plow's like falling into the ground. Like, uh, okay, yeah, so, okay, I gained.
All right. Well, I can save it here.
Yeah, better because something's going. Well, this is about long enough. We got quite. Let me get my
Yeah.
let me see if I can. Oh, yeah, it's glitched out because like I lowered the plow and it's. I'll go up there and you can see what I mean.
Well,
Something, yeah.
I'm coming down the
Well,
line
and what
that
I
you
was thinking
just
is when we
made.
get back where I got headlands going here. What I was thinking is we go back and forth. Um, I don't know if it looks like. Okay, so I got the plow on the ground. Okay, go back where the plow is. Does it look like it's plowing from your view? Because it's not from mine.
No, it looks like it's
In the
folded up.
it's not. Now it's out of the ground.
And you know what? Like it doesn't even show that you plowed anywhere.
I know. Well, my thought is next time we go, we'll go back and forth, and I can follow you or you follow me, whatever, and that. Then there'd be good things for watch because they. But yeah, now let me. Oh yeah, I'm sure there's a way to reset that. Well, I guess that's our. But okay.
My guess is if you had it on a worker, it folded back up.
Well, I didn't, but I turned the AI on, turn it back off, and that's what gave me control.
Yeah, well, but because you did that when you hire
Let
a
me,
worker,
because here's
it
the deal. Let me try and
and
fold. Let
you
me
and
try and
you
fold it. See, I'm folding it now. Maybe it'll
oh yeah, I can
reset.
hear it, but I can't see anything.
Oh, maybe this.
Oh, there it goes.
Well,
There it goes.
I'm unfolding it.
Yeah, I can
Now
see
let me
that.
put it in the ground. Now it's working.
Yeah,
Need a little.
yeah.
Well,
That's all right.
we're good
That's
now.
a good place to stop.
Yep. Leave our shit here, and then yeah, I'd like to. We could follow each other going back and because it's gonna get done the same amount of time, regardless. Which
Well, yeah. Yeah, actually, that might be kind of fun.
well, that's the thing. That's what I
Team
was thinking.
team plowing. Team
Exactly.
plowing might
That
be
was
kind of
my
fun.
thought there.
Well, and we'll get rid of these. Well, I shouldn't say get rid of them. We'll for some reason I don't have the right plows in here. I thought I uploaded them,
Oh
but
shoot! I
for
didn't
some
even
reason,
realize this is a two-way plow, so I could.
yeah,
Oh heck! I thought it was just a one-way. I didn't look at
no,
it close enough. Oh, I was
Yeah.
working.
Yep.
I was working. Wasting time. Well, how do you get back into? Didn't see an option to. I didn't realize this was overplay.
Yeah, you have to hit the
Rotate plow. I
top.
didn't even see
Yep.
that.
Yeah.
Let me.
These I don't like these plows because they're just too long.
Well, yeah. Gotta have like the. Okay. Gotta.
Wait for it, yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Usually what I do is I'm actually turning. I'm actually turning the tractor.
Yeah, well, that's what you would normally. Oh, now it's all screwed. Come over where I'm at. Is it? Look at how it's plowing. Because I'm going the wrong direction. Well, I'll go park back over there. Get set up.
I'm glad we got Derek on this map though, because that right there is like goal accomplished.
Well, exactly, and it really wasn't as difficult as I thought it would be. For
No,
him.
it was just about as much of a pain as I thought it was going to be, but yeah,
Yeah,
he got it a lot quicker than he got on it pretty good, so
got like a does or huh.
yeah.
I didn't even realize. I thought it was
Isn't
just
that
dirty.
a Python or
Or
something
yeah,
maybe?
something.
I didn't know they put. I didn't
I
know they.
just chose it because it was the biggest one of cats.
Yeah. This is the one that actually came with the contract. Yeah, this is the one that. Well, because that's because yours is a mod, and so it probably they don't they might not have the settings quite right, so it probably gets dirty faster.
It looks more realistic.
But looking at it, you may think it looks dirty, but in actuality, that's probably actually a lot of that is the graphics. Because they got the snakeskin all the way up on the hood here, on the top here.
Well, I mean the tracks and bogey wheel.
Well, yeah.
No, it makes it look realistic. Like that's.
Oh, yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. Because mine aren't mine. I've been plowing, and it doesn't look like I've plowed a day in his
kind
life.
of a little weird that way. I mean, well, there is some dirt, like it.
No.
But no, I guess it is more of a, like you say, not going to get real dirty until. Interesting.
It's kind of funny. I mean, they're definitely not like sisters because they're not in the same brand, but
no.
they're it's like but they're both tracked ones.
Yeah.
It's
Well, I mean that's kind of the way things are going, just because of less contraction, you have less slip. I mean, I just think better for most jobs, mostly tillage and well, and
I like them in game.
Certain row crops, certain row.
I like them in game just because I think they look cool.
Wow, they even have the. Geez, they really went all out. They got the at and the.
Well, that's because this plow is actually someone's I
no,
don't
but I mean the
remember what
intention.
brand. I don't know what brand I got, but yeah, basically everything that's on that plow is in the game.
I mean, it's.
Yeah, they even have the warning stickers on the blades.
I mean, just the attention to detail is.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, and then that's also like because this is made by Giants. This one is so, but like they're also very strict about what's on the mod hub too for that reason. They want it as accurately
Like looking where
accurate
there'll be
as possible.
welds and stuff. Look.
Oh,
Oh, they didn't model that grade 8.
I was gonna mention something in front of. I was gonna say something in front of Derek. So you want to hear kind of something funny? I think it's in a way it's kind of funny. In a way it's sad, but in a way it's funny. So our new shop in Texas, there isn't a guy out there that can read a print. And we were kind of laughing about this because there's like that is the very first thing on their job description is being able to read a print, and none of these guys they had to they found this out like a month and a half after they started up the company, and then they had to put an impromptu class together to teach them how to read prints.
Well,
It's like
what's funny is that whatever working just welding it there. There was guys, old guys that had worked something years here. I'm just like a little temp work, and I eventually got down the line where we were doing like sub assemblies. Guys didn't know how to read the print to how to put it together and where the where to put the welds. The print tells you where to put the welds.
oh yeah.
That's
Oh
what.
yeah.
Well, you didn't work on those type of prints, but
No.
But the engineer, you person, put okay. Well, you need a weld here, 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 and here, and then like I said, like over there where Jeff was punched, the holes were punched, kind of like put tab A into slot B. I mean, like you almost didn't need to know anything to figure it out, but these guys just. It was like all these younger guys were the ones that were doing that part work. It was like,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, that's
I
because
just couldn't
those guys.
believe it. That was
That was because back then those guys, if they'd been there 30 years, well, we found out like down in Texas, so a lot of our competitors don't even do drawings like we do. They literally just build in. They just build up from this is the description. It's like they saw our prints and it's like holy cow, like what are these? But then at the same time we've got like customers that can't believe the way our prints look, and they're just like they keep coming back because of them.
Yeah, but I guess that was the biggest shocker to me. Here I was an hourly employee, got raises purely because I could do something like read a print.
Yeah.
I was making a couple dollars more an hour than the base because I could just naturally do it. It was kind of fun because there'd be 3, maybe 4 of us, depending on how complex the thing is. Because somebody had to have the qualification for the overhead crane and stuff. I didn't.
Oh.
I didn't
Oh yeah.
do. So you always had to have somebody like that. But it's like set it down. Somebody have to crawl in, build something. But like I would have to crawl in there and like use a chalk pencil, whatever, and say, okay, here, 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 and here is what this says. Like, okay, we're gonna put a bolt. We're gonna put a couple bolts here, and then you're gonna weld here, here, and here. And it would go down the line and either get painted or just go on a semi and go, God knows where.
Yeah. Yep.
But I think a lot of that stuff.
Yeah,
over the middle.
me and the other the older guy I work with, we were laughing about that because they were like, holy crap, that is literally like in the top 3 things that are on the you must know to requirements to do this job, and they don't have anybody down there that knows what they're doing. It's like, oh my god, how'd they hire him? Well, down there it's because it's a new company, and the guy that was hiring and doesn't know what he's necessarily looking for. He called him in on an interview and just like, oh, I seem to get along with you, so I'm gonna hire you. You seem good.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't. That's the one thing they actually do lack down there is they don't have an HR department.
All right. Well, I think I'm
Anyways.
out of here.
Yeah.
Late enough. Well, this was pretty fun. Eric got.
Yeah, so even just chit chatting with us, but I hope because he has the game. I hope he could come in and join us sometime to
Well,
play. That would
exactly.
be